What you're looking at is one of 2,000 CTS-V station wagons made, and it's an 800 horsepower monster with all the attitude.
All right, how you doing, everybody? My name's John. This is my 2014 CTS-V station wagon, and you're watching East Coast Garage.
So my favorite part about the car when I first saw it was just the overall stance with the tire and wheel combo you have on the back. I could tell it means business. And then when I hear it, I'm like, yeah, it's bad. You know, you're in a Cadillac, you know, it's a fast car, it's rowdy, but you still have all the luxury and the feel and comfort.
It's smooth, she glides, you know, and the one thing I won't complain about, and this is me nitpicking, it's a 2014, it's a top tier Cadillac, no Bluetooth.
Yeah. And then the good old LSA. This was such an innovative engine back in the day, and even still holds its own in 2025. You can make reliable power with them very easily with little modifications. So tell me more about what all you have going on here.
It's still the stock LSA block. We've done upper and lower pulley, so a 235 upper and a 91 lower. We got the Nicky Williams 103 millimeter throttle body with a custom 5-inch intake tube. We're running Pro Meth, Cook's headers and exhaust, 1050 XID injectors with a twin 420 fuel pump, in-tank assembly, and an aux pump as well. All going in through a Kong max effort ported LSA supercharger, putting down right at 800 to the wheel.
That's a respectable number. That stuff's hard. And are you running pump gas on this?
I am running E85.
Okay.
So we are flex tuned.
It's interesting and a really cool talking point that you're running meth on top of E85. Some people would think that's kind of counterproductive, but especially for a supercharged application like this, it's helping to cool down everything up top with all the heat soak and things of that nature. I see you got your meth tank here. The pump is underneath. And then what's this tank back here?
So the second tank is the extra supercharger coolant tank.
What was here from the factory? Was there a spare tire?
From factory, these don't come with the spare tires. They come with the Bose subwoofer that sits down here along with the run flat kit.
So no more bass?
No more bass. Well, a little bass.
Yeah, a little bit. Did you see pretty good improvements with this, this tank in the back for the supercharger? Yes,
we are seeing a lot better cooling as well as keeping the IAT2s down. So everything that helps keep her cool between runs.
Bag of ice on top.
we can actually throw a bag of ice right in. It's got the lid right there, so we can do some hero coolant, and it's got a purge valve on the back here so that we can expel the extra before it pops the relief.
With it being a station wagon, it's easier to get in here and just do your thing also.
Yep, we can get in, get it all done, drop the cover, and still bring the groceries home on the way back from the track.
There we go. Is it the factory cam?
No, it does have a custom cam in there. It's about the same spec as a BTR Stage 1 PDS.
I heard it earlier and was like, I think it sounds kind of choppy. I'm pretty sure it's got a cam in it. Yeah. It's cool to see something that's rare, that's also modified and faster than it was from the factory. You have a Kong supercharger on it. Kong has been in the 7s with the LSA. Jake and Cal Hartline ran 770s this year on a Kong supercharger. Granted, it was a bigger blower than the one that you have, but it shows the capability not only of Kong as a product, but that this platform can handle 7-second quarter-mile passes. That's just crazy. You know, Cal Hartline himself, he is a very good and well-known tuner in this platform and many others as well. So if you're looking for performance parts for these, Cal Hartline at Hartline Performance is another great option and resource for parts and tuning. Where did you have this one tuned at?
So this was tuned remotely by Derek Dunbar. So my builder and fabricator is Mario down at Late Model Domestics in Virginia Beach. So they hooked her up to the dyno, did the full tune, put her on the street, did shift points and everything else, and everything goes back through Derek. He's down in Louisiana.
And JD Shu with her V3 CTS-V, she has the fastest V3 with a factory blower on it, and Kong has been through that supercharger a couple of different times from what I understand on getting the maximum potential out of the factory supercharger. So even the factory blower in those Gen 3s are insane once Kong goes through them. She made 80 more horsepower than this one did with the newer generation LT series engine versus LSA, which makes this platform even more impressive because, like I said a minute ago, like you don't have to do a whole lot to these to make the power. You know, you're probably making close to, if not at 1,000 horsepower at the crankshaft of this thing with a stock bottom end, you know, all day.
So we, the last round of mods we did, along with the Kong port and rebuild of the Supercharger, we picked up almost 100 horsepower at the wheel. And that was on not a good day for the dyno. It was, you know, mid-July, hot, humid in the shop. So I'm willing to bet we take it back on a colder day, boost weather, or probably putting down the 800. We were doing the ProMeth install and having the Supercharger ported. The owner, Mario, hit me up and he was like, hey, we need to do shift points, but we're not gonna be able to do that on a street tire. So I was running stock tires before, reached out to a buddy and, you know, hey, this is urgent. I need a drag pack ASAP to do some shift points. He happened to be or own a Holden before, so it's a same exact bolt pattern. He said, hey, I got a pair of 17x10 VMS racing wheels with some 275s on there, and I said, I'll take them. Took them to the shop, bolted them right on for shift points. A week later, realized, hey, the 275s aren't quite sitting right. I want to go a little bit bigger. So we got our hands on some Mickey Thompson 305 ET Street R's, and she's been hooking great ever since.
Yeah, those are great tires. The best tires at the time of this video, hands down. Well, it definitely ended up working out very well with just how it looks. And, you know, and I like the stagger look. And I honestly, I like how he had the factory wheel in the front. You know, these were awesome. And I always appreciated the styling that Cadillac put into the Vs. You know, I like that it still isn't too far from its original character at the same time.
And that was the goal. So before the drag pack went on, I always said I was gonna keep it stock body, a little sleeper, if you will. But with the power that she's making, I just couldn't do it anymore.
There you go. And I love this paint too. This paint is just beautiful.
So this is the black metallic tri-coat. This is still the factory paint. Haven't repainted it, haven't paint matched it yet, but it is ceramic coated. Nice,
that definitely helps, especially with a black car. These cars are getting old enough too where it's easier to get into these platforms. You know, like I want a CTS-V coupe personally myself, and I think you can get them for at or around like 30 grand.
You're getting a decently modified one with not over 100,000 miles or in the 30 grands now, as long as you're not looking for a manual.
$30,000, this is a lot of vehicle for the money at that price point. Having a fast wagon is just, it's a cool factor, just automatic, right? But yeah, something hits different with that centered exhaust in the back of the coupes, just and all the angles. That's just, I love it.
My first CTS-V was a coupe, and when I got that about 4 years ago, I was a little reckless in the way that I chased power. You know, just anything I could to make more power, I did it, and I learned as I went. Ended up putting down around 800 to the wheel on that one too, but a little too aggressive on a stock 6L90. And third gear became not so happy with me. Anything above about 4,000 RPM, she doesn't cooperate. So I was looking at transmissions. I was looking for a 6L90. I was looking for that 10L90 swap that came out through Powertrain Solutions. Instead of finding a transmission, I found an entire car. When I found this wagon for sale, it was down in Texas, 33,000 miles bone stock.
Wow.
And I knew on the spot I had to have it.
Wait. So you ended up with this car because you were just looking for a transmission to put in your CTS-V coupe?
Absolutely.
That's cool. I love that. You know, with only making, you know, 2,000 of these total in a wagon, you're lucky to find one that's clean like this, low miles.
It was clean, low miles, Recaros, slick top, black diamond tri-coat. It was everything I wanted. Manual or automatic didn't really matter at that point.
Yeah. To be fair, the fastest CTS-Vs are automatics, so.
Yeah, they are.
For me, this is one of those cars that's memorable enough where the next time I talk to one of my car buddies, I would say, oh, I saw a CTS-V Wagon the other day.
Oh, it's been a dream come true. I've wanted them since I learned they were discontinuing the body style. I wanted it even more after 2019 when they said we're doing away with the entire V line. Obviously now they've come back with the black wings to replace the Vs, but ever since then I was looking for one, and when I finally had the opportunity, we took the chance. I'm one of those weird guys where I'm at the point now where I want to complete the collection. I've got the coupe, I've got the wagon. Do I need a sedan? No. Will I have one? Yes. No, I have fallen in love with the platform since I started building it, and it's not the first. You know, I've had a 93.50 Fox Body GT. I had a GTR. I've had the 96 Prelude, but hands down, the LS platform is definitely the one that I've had the most fun building. And at this point, it's just a matter of, do I get a Gen 3 or do I go sedan but go ATS-V?
The V3s are very nice. You have an upgraded power plant driveline that goes along with it that is very proven and capable with newer technology, and the dashboards on those are pretty slick, you know, full digital dashboard. It's a cool car for sure. And it's a tough decision too, because there's a special place in my heart for this platform because this was the first body style of the V that we all fell in love with.
You know, I will say that's one thing that I wish they would bring back. 09 to 15, well, I should say 09 to 14 really, because 15 they only made coupes. But it was the only time that the Cadillacs had the varying body style, that they coupe, the wagon, and a sedan. And as soon as they swapped to the V3s, all V3s were just sedan. And if I remember correctly, only automatics. So no manuals made from 2016 to 2019, and they finally brought it back with the black wings.
Right.
But I do miss it's the body styles. It's why I have the coupe. It's why I have the wagon, because you just don't see the body styles anymore. And I wasn't too partial on driving something that looks the same going forwards as it does backwards. And I know the sedan community is going to hate me for saying that. But get a wagon, then talk to me.
Thank you so much for showing us the car, taking us on a ride, and talking all about it, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, boss.
And thank y'all for checking out this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Super beautiful CTS-V Wagon. Awesome car. One thing to note here is that John hasn't had it at the track yet, but my prediction is with a good 60 foot, it's an easy high 9-second to low 10-second car. If you enjoyed this video, check out the feature where we had the fastest V3 CTS-V with the stock blower, or take a look at my latest video. Thanks for checking this out, and we'll see you in the next one.